I'm Allison Gorley, and thanks for joining me for What's the Deal? Some people are spending more money on splurges than on their retirement savings. Yikes. Ahead, the easy ways you can save more money. Social media scams used to be obvious. Unfamiliar faces, unfamiliar names. Now hackers are stealing your friends' accounts. The scam signs to look for so you don't fall victim. Plus, if you're traveling this year, you might need to get some additional documentation to get to your destination. How you can plan for both domestic and international trips. Here's what's the deal with those consumer headlines and more. Retailers make it really easy to spend money. That's one of the reasons adding to your cart can be a real threat to finances. How you can try and stop the needless purchases.
Impulse buys used to happen when you walk past an item in a store. Now, those items show up in the palm of your hand around the clock.
It's so simple to be bored on your phone and think that you can solve some perceived problem by just buying something in a few seconds.
A NerdWallet survey found that around 1 in 6 Americans say they spent more money on impulse purchases than they put into their retirement accounts in the past year.
Obviously, that's not the majority, not even close, but it's concerning because impulse purchases are absolutely getting in the way of some people's ability to build their nest egg and secure their finances for their future.
To stop the needless spending from happening, reduce your temptations. Unfollow influencers who make you want to spend, unsubscribe from email lists that send you sales, and remove your credit card information from apps.
This way, whenever you have to make a purchase, suddenly you have to go find the credit card you want to use, manually enter the number, and the time it takes to do that makes you second guess the purchase.
That way, your money can grow instead of go.
Remember, if you treasure it, measure it. Budgeting apps can also help you keep track of what's leaving your wallet. When to collect your Social Security comes with different options. However, some of the options may impact your pocket more than others.
Before you can retire and enjoy some pickleball, you need to understand how Social Security benefits work. While your highest earning years largely determine your check, another factor is the age you start collecting that money. The first thing to look up, your full retirement age, which is based on your birth year. For example, if you're born in 1959, your full benefit is earned at age 66 and 10 months.
So the earliest you can start collecting benefits is at the age of 62, but the most financial beneficial age to collect those benefits is at the age of 70.
Elizabeth Iola with NerdWallet said if you collect early, the amount is permanently dinged 25 to 30%. So a $1,000 benefit could drop up to $300. But wait to collect at your full retirement age and you'll receive 100% of your benefit. If you wait to collect Social Security until after your full benefit year, you get a little extra.
If you wait until the age of 70, which is the cap, that's the longest that you can delay your benefits, then you will get more than the allocated amount.
Yep, you get a bonus for each month you delay collection. To figure out what your numbers might look like, start with a Social Security calculator on their site, preparing yourself for conversations about your future.
Now, I am not a financial planner, so for your exact impact, connect with one who knows what they're doing. If you're getting on a plane, maybe a boat, there are some new documents you may need to get. These are the travel requirements to prepare for.
There are some updated rules for people traveling domestically and internationally. If you are heading to the United Kingdom, you need to apply right now for an electronic travel authorization. This can be done via the UK ETA app or online. It takes around 3 days to process. It's good for 2 years or if your passport expires first. It costs around $10 and it's linked right to your passport. For the rest of Europe, there is the new European Travel Information and Authorization System. While there is yet to be an exact date when it will be required, experts say after April 2025. Most applications are turned around in 4 days and it's good for up to 3 years or if your passport expires first. The price is around $7 and again, it's linked to your passport. For those traveling domestically, starting May 7th, you will need a Real ID driver's license or other approved ID. A Real ID is noted by the star in the corner. If you have a passport handy, you can skip the Real ID. Just make sure you take it to the airport when you're going to fly. The price to renew your driver's license depends on the state where you live.
If you have renewed your license recently, it probably already happened, but just double check before you take that flight.
Keep in mind, with a real ID, you need to prove name changes with specific government IDs.
Keep in mind, with the Real ID, you need to prove name changes with very specific IDs, and that can take some time. So start that process early. Now, if you use Facebook, listen up. Scammers are hacking into our accounts and tricking friends and family into sending them money. Here's how it works.
Something is missing from Jen Blakey's morning routine.
So I'm living without it. It's really okay.
That something is Facebook, because a scammer locked Blakey out of her account.
And I tried to get in and it wouldn't let me in it.
Then the situation got worse.
I got a phone call from a friend that said, "Are you really selling that backhoe?"
The scammer wrote a post saying Blakey's sister-in-law has lung cancer stage 4 and was selling some big-ticket items to raise money.
A car, a golf cart, yard equipment, tractors. Yeah.
While friends say they reported the suspicious post to Facebook, Blakey estimates the money trap stayed posted for weeks.
I had a friend who actually lost money because they sent money to the scammer. That's when I really got upset.
One friend out $500, another person out $400, and Blakey said she could not stop it from happening.
I just think that there needs to be some accountability with a company as big as they are.
She also couldn't warn others because Facebook does not allow people to create another account after they suspend yours. To try and protect your accounts against scammers, make sure all of your passwords are one of a kind and changed once a year. For example, your Facebook password needs to be different from your email password. If you see a friend post something for sale or ask for money, take extra steps to verify it's real. Video chat, call their cell phone directly, or set up an in-person visit. Cautionary steps to take to try and keep your mornings protected and peaceful.
We reached out to Facebook about safety protocols and did not hear back from them. Medical debt will be removed from credit reports in 2025. That's because research reveals that a medical bill on a person's credit report is a poor predictor of whether they will repay a loan.
Medical emergencies are often unplanned and can cost a fortune. That's why, effective March 17, 2025, around 15 million people should see medical debt disappear from their credit report. The rule will remove an estimated $49 billion in medical bills.
Medical debt is different from other kinds of debt because people don't choose to get sick.
Kiran Gopal with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau said that's one of the reasons medical debt needs to be treated differently than other debts. Another reason? Medical bill mistakes.
Debt collectors don't have the original records, or, because our medical billing system is so complicated, somebody might have already paid the bill a long time ago.
When the medical debt disappears from credit reports, the CFPB estimates those affected could see their credit scores rise around 20 points. To make sure your credit reports are correct, you can pull them for free from annualcreditreport.com.
If they are having issues or their medical debt has not been removed from their credit report, they can file a complaint directly with the CFPB at the CFPB's website, or they can file a dispute with the credit reporting company directly.
Making sure your reports are accurate and up to date.
Now keep in mind, this is not a forgiveness program. Lenders just cannot use the medical debt information in their decision-making process. I'm Allison Gormley, and that's What's the Deal with your Consumer Headlines. For more episodes of What's the Deal, go to our video on demand and click on Shows at the top of your screen. There you'll find past episodes of What's the Deal plus other shows on demand.